Hey guys, this is Rachel Graham. This is my official fitness journey about me video. I'm in Bali right now on a yoga retreat. It's incredible. I haven't had a chance to make this video because I was so busy at work. And this is the first time I've had literally alone on this yoga retreat, so I thought what a perfect time to make my intro video. So my name is Rachel Graham. I'm 32. I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm originally from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Lived in the United States for almost 4 years with my husband. That's a whole story in and of itself, so I won't talk about that now. But yeah, so basically this is going to be a condensed version of where I'm at right now with health and fitness. So I was always a really active kid. I was always sort of, I played soccer, I swam, I grew up at the lake, so a lot of boating and water skiing, cliff jumping, everything. Like, I was just always outside, loved the sun, loved the water. As I grew up, I spent less and less time at the lake just because of having to have a job. When I was at the lake, I sort of worked part-time, if that, and so I really enjoyed that whole period of my life with no real stress. And then it was, I think, about grade 11 that I realized that that's when I started, like, kind of not caring as much about what I was eating and exercise. So I never went to the gym. I was just like active, but I did, I used to do crunches and like things like that at home. So I remember doing that, like stretches and crunches before bed. And then for some reason, as I was nearing finishing high school, I think I really wanted to be done high school. I really wanted to move out of Winnipeg. I was just sort of over everything and just like not plugged into any sports, and just sort of started gaining weight. And I had periods where I would lose weight, but it was never in a healthy way. It would be like I hardly ate for like 2 weeks. And there was maybe a couple years in there in my early 20s where I was pretty thin, and I think that was just literally like, I worked at a Thai restaurant for a brief stint, and I would eat like one free massaman curry for the whole day and then go get drunk that night. So partied a lot. A lot. And yeah, I guess always just went through ups and downs with health and fitness. Like, literally never had a routine. Just didn't. I just wanted to hang out with my friends and have fun. I wasn't really thinking about it. And then I remember getting to a certain age where I started feeling like, okay, like I think I need to lose weight. I don't feel good about myself. I don't feel good about my body. I don't want to be getting drunk like every single night. But at the same time, I just liked it too much. Like, I didn't really want to stop. I didn't want to have like the hangover, and I didn't want to like look the way I looked. But at the same time, it was just like I was having too much fun. So it wasn't until I had finished graphic design school. So I went back to school at 27. And there's a lot of things that I did in my 20s for work. But that's not what this video is about, so I'll skip that whole thing. But went back to school for graphic design at 27. That was a 2-year program. And then I decided to go into cosmetology right when I finished graphic design, because I'd always wanted to do it. Hair, especially, it was something that every spring, I guess I would look into hair school, because this one year that I looked into it, the person was like, do you know that for the last like 4 years you've requested information about the hair program here in March? And I was like, no. So there's something about like the spring and like a new beginning that I guess just always made me feel like, okay, maybe I should look into this. So finally did it. It's just so crazy. And then I decided, 2 years of graphic design school, I'd put on like the final pounds of being like pretty much the heaviest I'd ever been. So I was eating, bagels and cream cheese for breakfast with a cappuccino with syrup in it. And then for lunch, I'd have like just whatever, like pasta with like extra cheese and like fries dipped in ranch, like all about the toppings. And those are things like I knew not to eat. Like, I always knew, like, if you're gonna have fries, like, maybe you shouldn't like drench them in ranch, like, or pizza, maybe I shouldn't be dipping my pizza in ranch, but like, it's just so good. So just kind of went with it. Like, whatever, I want to eat it, I don't care. So, yeah, when I decided to go back to cosmetology school, that was January of 2016, I had decided I'm going to quit drinking. And I had slowed down drinking a lot. I missed this whole part, but when I started graphic design school, I really cut back on how much I was drinking. So I know I said, oh, I was drinking every night. That was my reality for a really long time. If not every night, it would be like 5 days a week. When I was in school, I would have like a couple glasses of wine every night. And, probably definitely get drunk on the weekends. So I was still very much a drinker, but it was like way slowed down. Like, I had to be in class at 8:30 in the morning, so I didn't want to be hungover. So yeah, but just really wanted to just cut it out, like just stop drinking. So I quit drinking, I went back to school, and I decided I was going to go to the gym. So I got a gym membership at a place really close to my house, and I made a commitment to going 3 to 4 days a week. And I also decided I would try paleo. I could make a really long video about all the different diets I've tried over the years, but the three sort of main ones are vegetarianism, veganism, and then paleo. And so I won't get into those other diets. If you guys have questions about those, I would for sure love to talk about it. But for the sake of this video, paleo. And I did sort of a modified paleo. So there was maybe the first 3 or 4 weeks I did like a strict paleo, and then I sort of modified it a bit because I was like, you know what, I think I can have, a little bit of oatmeal for breakfast, and I think I'm okay with having some black beans. And it's not going to negatively affect me. So I did that and just went to school. And that year was really successful. I finished cosmetology school in December. I had lost 24 pounds over the course of the year, so it was not an overnight thing. I do have the type of body, I think, that I gain weight really slowly and then I lose it really slowly. I had put on weight over the course of probably like 7 or 8 years. So it was a very slow creep, and that's why I don't think I noticed it. And then I was just I felt just sort of like stocky. Like, I was kind of thick all over. I didn't really have like a huge belly or like huge thighs or anything. It was just like bigger. My boobs were huge, like literally huge. They were D's for sure. Just like jugs, which was actually pretty awesome, not gonna lie. Booty was popping. It's all good. But anyways, so lost weight. I started drinking again, but it had all changed. It was so weird. It was like that 4 months of abstaining from it. I tried to get drunk. I think like we went to a concert and I like tried to have a couple drinks and I just like felt tired. And I was like, oh my God, I just like don't even want to drink. It's so weird. And I never felt like that. Never, never, never. So I just sort of, now I have a drink if I'm in the mood for a drink, but I do sort of have a small rule where I will not exceed 4 or 5 drinks. Like 5, I've only had 5 drinks in one sitting, probably twice in over, it's been January, February, March, April, like 16 months, which is insane for me, literally insane, because like 5, 6 drinks, that was like regular basis. So now it's like I'll have a glass or 2 of wine, or I'll have a whiskey with ginger ale and bitters. That's like my drink. So I'd have like 1, and that would be it. And I used to always drink beer too, and that, I mean, I'm surprised I didn't lose a lot more weight, to be honest, but obviously that's just not what my body needed. So yeah, 24 pounds, that's kind of gone up and down. Like, I don't know exactly when I hit that mark, but that's like where I've stayed. 24, 25, 23, in that kind of range, which is kind of significant. I mean, you hear about people losing like 50 pounds or 100 pounds, and you're like, wow. But then, like, not everybody needs to lose that amount, and 24 pounds still feels like a lot, So anyways, that's sort of what happened. And then we moved from Madison, Wisconsin to Minneapolis, and everything was kind of turned upside down. Like, I didn't have my routine, I didn't have my gym, so I had to relearn everything. Like, where am I going to go to the gym? How am I going to get there? We have 1 car, And it really, like, our schedule worked perfectly because Sean worked across the street from his job. So it would be like he didn't need the car ever. He would ride his bike. And so I would use the car in the morning to drive to the gym. Then I would drive home, get ready, and then I would either drive or take the bus or ride my bike to work. And it was easy. But now in this new city, he needs to take the car to work. So I no longer have the car. Because his job, you can't take a bus there. And if you do, it's 2 buses in like 4 hours, and it's just absurd. So I have to take the bus to my salon job during the week, and then on the weekends I work as a server, so I ride my bike to that job. So it was just like, when do I have the time to go to the gym? And if I don't have a car, so what am I going to do? I have to take a bus, 2 buses to the gym with all the stuff I need, you know, a change of clothes, my 6 meals that I need to eat in a day, different shoes, everything, a towel, like toiletries. It's just absurd. And so I picked a gym that I thought would work really well, the Y. It has a downtown location, and then it had a location in the closest suburb to where we live. And I could never get to the one that was in the suburb because I needed a car. And the downtown one, it still was just far enough away from my job where I'd have to take another bus to get to my job. So what am I gonna do? I mean, I didn't know what to do. I was like super like distressed about it because I was like, oh my God, I've put in so much effort into this weight loss. I finally have a routine, and now it's all just like going to shit. So I had been talking to a girl on Instagram, and I'd been sort of following her posts, and she was sort of always inspiring to me, and she did Beachbody. And I had heard about Beachbody in the past. Girls that I had worked with at various restaurants had done like the 21 Day Fix and P90X and Insanity, and I just like never, I was never intrigued by it, I guess, for some reason. I guess I just always thought, like, why would you do that, like, when you can just like go to the gym? I thought it was some like weird like infomercial thing that, you know, was just sort of like, I don't know, I guess silly or unnecessary maybe. I'm just gonna have a little sip of water here. And so now I had found myself in the position of not being able to go to the gym. So what am I gonna do? You know, so I sent her a message. No, she had put out a call to action, and it was like, hey, you know, this super inspiring, like, do you feel like this? You know, are you in a rut? Like, do you need something to keep you accountable? Can you, you know, not make it to the gym, or do you have kids or whatever? And it just for some reason spoke to me, and I thought, I'm just going to reach out to her. And actually, this had started in November, backtracking, oops. So I had started talking to her in November, and so I'd already kind of developed a rapport with her and had asked her all the questions about everything, and I couldn't afford the membership at the time. So that was kind of that. And then I guess I just kind of looked at it again and thought, okay, well, I was paying $75 a month for my yoga membership when I was doing that, and then my gym membership was $40 a month, and, you know, this is $99 for the whole year, and it's on-demand videos, so I can watch them whenever I want, in my house. I can do it in the morning, I can do it in the evening, I can do it whenever I want, and I don't have to worry about getting to the gym. And then there was the Shakeology, and I'll talk about that in another video in detail about Beachbody. But so my Beachbody program that I just finished is 21 Day Fix. It was awesome. I have before and after pictures posted on my Instagram, and like I said, I had already gotten to my goal weight on my own, and I want to make that clear that the you know, I am new to Beachbody, so the 21 Day Fix definitely toned me up though. Like I think so. When I look at the photos, you don't see like a drastic, like, you know, I was wishing that I would have abs by the end of it, but it's only 21 days. So, you know, I did a workout every single day for 30 minutes. What I really dialed into was the nutrition, the portion fix, because I had been eating pretty clean. Like I said, paleo, and I'd been preparing my own lunches and bringing them to work. So I'd been doing that for a while. Because I had done that all through school. I had a lunch, I would eat breakfast, and then dinner was sort of where I'd lose things a little bit because I had to go directly to my serving job. and I never packed a dinner. Sometimes I would pack a snack, but I just end up like ordering something from the restaurant or eating when I got home. So I struggle with that. But yeah, doing the 21 day fix and the portion plan, it really, I don't know, it just like made it easy. It was like, you know, there's so many things you can do. There's so many diets. There's so many exercise programs, and it's just like with Beachbody, you have the workouts, and you have a huge variety of workouts on demand. You know, you can do yoga, you can do Brazilian butt lift, you can do P90X, you can do 21 day fix, you can focus on like weights and only build mass. You can, like I said, do yoga where, you know, you're not looking to build mass. 21 day fix is a nice mix. It's got yoga, it's got Pilates, it's got strength training. You know, you use weights in it, a lighter weight and a heavy weight, dumbbells. It was a really nice way to start. And then the portion plan, what I did is I started by watching Fixate, the episode that Autumn Calabrese, I don't know how to pronounce it, how she does 5 days of meal prep. So that's what I watched before I even started the program, and I did 5 days of meal prep. And I took what I liked from the recipes that she had, and I used those and then added a couple of my own. So I can go into depth in a different video on exactly what I meal prepped for. I mean, I did it for the whole 21 day fix. I changed up the protein and I changed up the veggie, but it's the same sort of ratio of things. And I can talk about the snacks I did and just sort of what worked for me doing that program. So now I guess the biggest thing is I finished 21 day fix. Now here I am in Bali. I arrive home on the 20th, and I'm right back to work. I work that night, which is insane, and then I also work the next day, and then I'm back to the salon on Monday to Friday. So it's just gonna be crazy. Like, I don't know how it's gonna feel, but I have something planned for when I get back, and I'm going to be starting a new workout, and I'm going to be inviting others to join me. So this is my fitness journey intro video, you know, from the beautiful Bali. This is the Piri Sunia Resort. It's just outside of Ubud, which I always thought was pronounced Ubud, but it's not. I'm sitting here on my yoga mat. See it? So anyways, feeling really happy and very centered. So, namaste.